which brings us on to Asma Malik. We will start this round off by hearing what Mommy has to say.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. Asma, you have a very, very great, nice voice. I like your quality in your voice, but I feel like I didn't hear enough from you, and you did well up until the end when you had a big no thing, and that should be most biggest thing, but I felt like it kind of fell off. And then your singing, I admire you that you're hitting all these notes and keys, and that's beautiful, but you did the piece that you really needed to bring the emotion in, and I didn't hear that emotion at all. Again, you were just singing and hitting notes, but I didn't believe any of the words you were singing. So I have to say no, sorry.
That's one no from Mommy. What do you think, Patrick?
The scene, I felt, for how short of a span of time people have, I felt like it had a slow start. I felt like it was one that didn't really lend itself well to being audio only if you didn't see what was happening at the very top of it. I thought the emotional build was nice, but I think overall the time could have been spent showing us more variation. On the talent side of things, do I want to build a snowman? No, I don't. It has been done. That is an uphill battle when you're going to pick the thing that everyone has already heard ad nauseum and hitch your wagon to that. I felt like the first half of it when she was young worked for me better. Once she was grown up, it didn't have the same breath support or control. It just started sliding a little bit note-wise. So I'm going to go with new.
That's a no. Keith, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. My lawn's going to be perfect. So on the talent, first off, I got to say go Sailor Moon. That can only help. That's fantastic that you're wearing that. I thought it was a little pitchy, but I felt like you could sing. I was waiting for the, and that didn't happen, and that's my favorite part. So if you're going to do that, in terms of the voice acting, I had a lot of trouble deciphering what your intention was. Like, your line was like, oh, it's them, no, it's a lie at the beginning, and I didn't really understand if you were unhappy to see them or if you kind of expected you didn't want them there, if they were going to hurt you. I didn't really get what was happening in the scene. I'm not familiar with the scene. And then the same thing, that no at the end, you really pulled back. It was like one of those, no, I'm almost screaming, but not really, things. So you really got to commit with that stuff. It's better to go bigger than not, because we can always pull you back, but if we don't think you can get there, that's worse. So unfortunately, it was also, I guess it doesn't matter, but it was a thumbs down for me.
So that's a unanimous thumbs down. Thank you so much for your best, Asma. We're moving on now to Angela Salamita, and we're going to start off with Patrick again.
She showed a lot of different things in the VO section, which I thought was efficient. Again, a lot of people are putting all their eggs into one basket, so I thought that was a good choice. Wasn't feeling the Cubase so much, and I don't know why people have gotten into their head that doing Mako from Kill La Kill is a good idea. It's really not, because Christine is really good. That if you're going to do that, you have to bring it, and most people aren't bringing it enough. I felt like on the quick high-energy stuff, like the Mako, the diction, I was going to say it slipped a little bit. It went out the door. It is in parts unknown. Like, I've watched that show. I've watched those scenes. I don't know what the words were that she was saying. And then on the talent, on the singing, I felt... I came here to have a good time, and honestly, I'm feeling so attacked right now. I felt like it got kind of adversarial on the singing, got really pitchy and fast and in my face. I wasn't feeling that so much. So I'm gonna go with no.
All right, so that's a no from Patrick. Keith, what do you think?
Angela, I also felt like you were singing in Patrick's face. I thought it was a little pitchy, a little sharp, and I had problems with the diction on the singing. Once you kind of got a little bit higher and sped things up a little bit, I had at one point was listening extra carefully to see if it was still English. I mean, I really was. I thought you'd switch to Japanese or something. I was like, why do I not understand any of this? In terms of the voiceover, I like that you showed me variety. It's going to sound a lot like Patrick's thing. The Cube character was too soft-spoken, I thought. I couldn't really hear that. I thought you need a little bit more. And then when you got high-pitched to the last character that you did, that same thing happened where the diction was just gone. It was fast and high-pitched. It was cute, but I had no idea what you were saying. So unfortunately for me, it was a thumbs down.
Which brings us on to Mommy.
So, Angela, again, I think, you can sing, but when you get to the big chorus, powerful part, I think, with a little bit of training, you can definitely get there, and I hope you can keep working on that. And for the voice over, so yes, Mako is definitely a hard character to play, but again, enunciation. And then also, I like not only for you, but for a lot of voice actor, aspiring voice actors to know that even when you're in a booth, we need to hear your physicality. So a lot of voice actors do crazy things like that when they are acting because it comes across on your voice. So Mako's doing really, really crazy thing, but for me, you just like read the paragraph or something like that. So going forward, if you can please study that as well, that's great. So, but this time, sorry, that's thumbs down.
So that's a thumbs down for Angela. One of your main notes was work on your enunciation, so I hope that you will start to notice what you can do better to further enunciate. We're moving on now to William Wright, and we're starting off with he.
Well, hello, my name is William, and I like to make drawings. Okay. You can draw. I had to do that. You can draw, and you can put together a humorous video about your talent. You also have the magic power that when you're bleeped, I can still hear it completely. When I say you can't hear it at all, but when you say I can totally hear it. That's kind of a cool the voiceover, your voice is crazy, which I mean in a good way. I mean, I can't believe how high you can actually get. So you clearly have to, well, I don't know how deep you can go either, but it seems like you've got some really high range, which is cool. But for me, that really the acting wasn't really there yet. So I just say keep at it, but you're not quite there yet. So boom, 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 thumbs down.
That is a thumbs down. We're going to move to Patrick now.
I went back and rewatched that scream like 3 or 4 times. I couldn't get enough of that like 4-second scream you had. I liked. There was something just hypnotic about it. I liked the character stuff a lot, but then at the end, you had this one character who wasn't wacky, and it all just kind of fell apart for me. I was like, what happened? Yeah. In the talent video, like, I laughed a couple times, but that whole, like, my talent is that I don't have a talent thing, so I'm going to be funny about not having a talent, it's a dangerous gambit, and it's been done a couple times. I am really on the fence because I liked your wacky, but your default, or what was veering towards default, was a little... I want to see what you can do, so I'm just barely going to give it a little, like, boing. That's a yes. Like, marginal yes.
So, Molly, you get to decide the fate of William. What do you have?
Well, William, I really, really enjoyed watching your audition video. You have an amazing range, and your high voice sounds like a girl. Oh my God! So, and then your scream, it was so great. And I think your talent is having a wonderful dad that helps your video. I really enjoyed your talent video as well, so I say yes.
Great. So William Wright is also moving on to the finals. That brings us to our last contestant for today. Her name is Angelica Kidney. There's a joke in there somewhere, but we're not going to make it. Patrick, why don't you start us off?
I was trying to think of a joke. I wasn't... Okay, fine. I wasn't ready. Angelica did the anime girl voice thing, We all know it and hear it a bunch. But I think doing both the voices in the Haruhi scene wasn't helpful. I think, by and large, people being like, I'm going to do every character. They think it's a cool idea, and it's not really a cool idea so much. The second scene, I felt like didn't really do anything new. What does she do with things that aren't screamy, panicky, zany? I don't know, because everything was kind of screamy, panicky, zany. Also, on a technical note, watch the S's. I'm someone that can be sibilant myself, so I noticed that kind of stuff. On the talent, the S's really came out. I felt old. I wasn't catching the words at all. I just felt like everything was kind of slurring. I liked the use of the time that we got the singing, the cosplay, the dancing. Presumably, the English lyrics were also her. Many things were happening, but nothing really caught my attention. It was like going to the salad bar and being like, I have so many choices, but I think I'm just gonna go get some chicken. So I'm gonna say no.
All right, Mommy, what do you have to say?
Yes, so Haruhi and Mikuru. So unfortunately, sometimes it sounded the same for me. I didn't know which character you were playing, and then again, like Patrick said, it's not a good idea to do switch back and forth. It's nice to show the range, but in a booth, we never record that way. So commit to one character and then move on to different character. It's always best when you're auditioning. And again, second character too. I liked your voice, but I didn't really see much more than the first. It's kind of all felt the same. And then talent, again, singing, dancing, cosplay, that's all great. And I really felt that you love all those things, but it just didn't go beyond that. So I have to say no, sorry.
No from Patrick and Mommy. Keith, what do you think?
I feel like we're picking on her. So I guess it's my turn to pick on her. On the talent side, I got to start with the singing, which honestly I really thought was pretty bad. The singing, I mean, your heart was in it, so I'll give you that. The dancing was fun. And if you made the cosplays, I'm impressed. If you just wore them, then that's a lesser degree of difficulty. I wasn't sure which was the case. The voiceover, I had problems with the diction. It's not like you maybe had a lisp, which is fine, but if you do, that's something that you would need to work on, because that really did come out a lot. If you were doing it as part of your character, then you need to make sure that we can understand you, that it's not too much. I thought the acting was a little flat, and it just you didn't make any really interesting choices. It was like going to an all-you-can-eat chicken restaurant and just getting salad. What do you think about that, Patrick? See what I did there? See what I did? So it's a thumbs down. But keep dancing.
Hey, so it's a no for Angela, but Angela, have a corgi.
Is that part of the prize? Are we giving that away?
This is a consolation prize.
Wow.
All right, guys. Oh, so that's it for Perfect Idol. We have some couple of people who are going to join us later in the finals. Tuning in to watch our show. And remember that you can catch all of the challenge and voice acting videos from today's contestants on our YouTube channel. You can check them out and see if you agree or disagree with our judges' decisions. So thank you so much. We will catch you next time on The Perfect Idol. Yeah, we're going to find the perfect idol.
Bye.
異なる物理法則の別の宇宙、座標を同じくして宇宙空間と重なるように存在する亜空間に、全てはここから始まった。
よし。私、加藤まりか、17歳、宇宙海賊やってます。オデット2世でトレジャーハント。お久しぶりね、マリカさん。僕を人質にしろ。少年、名前は無限彼方。僕は知っていたんですか。私はあなたのお父様に頼まれたことがあるの。何これ、渦。
亜空の流れ、 その果ては何色か。
さあ海賊の時間だ。
回るよ星は回るよ。
あれが無限博士の遺産というわけね。
遠くから眺めていてもお宝には会えないわ。出会いを大事になさい。
父さんの船だ。相手にとって不足なし。押し込むぞ。
そろそろ行きましょうか。
よし頼むぜみんな。
弁天丸全速前進。